So you're thinking about moving to Snoqualmie, Washington. Well, stick around. In this video, it's gonna be the most in-depth video that we have of Snoqualmie. It's gonna be on the longer side, but first we're gonna hop into the computer here and look at the map feature to show you where Snoqualmie is located in relation to everything else in King County, Seattle, Bellevue, Airport, things like that. Then we'll hop inside of Snoqualmie, kind of do the zoom in to show you the attractions, the nature, the schools, the stuff going on inside the borders of Snoqualmie. Lastly, we're gonna hop in still the map feature and show you the 3 different areas of real estate that Snoqualmie offers and their general price points, a few pictures of the houses, things like that. And then we'll hop in the car and show you each neighborhood that we're talking about right after we talk about it, so you can get a really good sense of what it's like in Snoqualmie and what they represent as far as houses go. So if you're looking to learn more about Snoqualmie, thinking about coming here, this is for you, and we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know all there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, and living in King County, Washington, or places like Snoqualmie, like we're talking about today, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about a new video that comes out of either Snoqualmie or one of our other favorite cities here in King County. I'm Brad Decater with the Decater Home Team, and we get calls and texts and emails from people just like you every day who are looking to make their move to King County, and we absolutely love it. There's contact information below, so shoot us a text, email, DM, hop on a Zoom with us. We would love to help you make a smooth move to King County. So today we're doing the map video, so I'm gonna turn this camera off, hop in the computer, and we'll get started. All right, everybody, here we are in the computer. So I'm gonna do a screen share here and we will hop into the map feature and get this thing. So this is Snoqualmie. Now, like every map video I do, for some reason, they just don't have it figured out as far as the borders go. So Snoqualmie is actually a little bit bigger than this. It actually does go quite a bit up here, kind of like that, give or take. A little bit more down here as well, but not super relevant for this conversation. So the first part of the video, we're gonna hop and do a little zoom out to show you what's going on in the general area, okay? And how far away it is and all that kind of stuff. So just to highlight it so you can see it a little better, this is Snoqualmie. So you can see it's a pretty small town compared to Seattle. Seattle's obviously right here. It goes up to about Shoreline and down. Even Buren is a Seattle address. So you can see how much bigger Seattle is than Snoqualmie. So everything, most people that are in Snoqualmie, if they're not working at one of the local, shops or something, they're probably going to be commuting, if they're not working remote, to the west, right? So Seattle, Bellevue, Redmond, and Kirkland. That is going to be where most of the jobs are, especially the tech jobs. Facebook, Amazon, Google, all that kind of stuff. Microsoft is all going to be in these 4 cities. So most people are going to be commuting this way. Snoqualmie's got a cool location because I-90 is the main passageway that most people are going to use, especially if you're going, directly to downtown Seattle. Like right here, Seattle, where I have circled, is basically like, the hub. That's like T-Mobile Field. That's where they play the baseball and football. So it's a straight shot. It's really not that far. I would say Snoqualmie, if you're getting straight on the freeway, which Snoqualmie is right off the freeway, probably going to take you about 40 minutes, give or take. Obviously, if there's traffic, it could be a little bit worse depending on what time you're going. They also have 202 on the back side of Snoqualmie. So literally, if I zoomed in, actually, you can see the 202 right here. Well, I just covered it up. But anyway, so 202 is going to go the backside through the backside of Sammamish, where it meets up with Redmond, and it's going to land right in Redmond. So it's going to take you right to the Microsoft campus right over here by 520. So you do have both routes. So if you're going to Redmond or Kirkland, you would for sure hop on the backside, and you probably get a lot less traffic on 202 until you hit about Redmond. That's where it's going to get kind of backed up. But it's a similar time frame. It's obviously, as you can see from the map, a little bit shorter than going to Seattle, but it's pretty similar to going to Bellevue, and then same with Kirkland there. So this is your general location to, because this is a commuter town. It's not like there's big skyscrapers and things like that here in Snoqualmie. So this is where you're going to be heading for work most of the time if you're not working remote, or maybe you're, for Facebook, you're doing 2 days at home and 3 days there. This is where you're going to have to go. So these are the main cities that you're going to be, commuting to. And obviously, like I said, Snoqualmie is a lot smaller. Kirkland's about this big. Redmond's actually much bigger. Not Duval, it does not Carnation, about that big. Sammamish is about this big. This is Issaquah. It's getting a little messy. Anyway, down here in SeaTac, this is going to be the airport. Right there is the airport. So again, that's probably a similar distance, probably 40 to 45 minutes from Snoqualmie to the airport. And then the only other thing I want to highlight here, because I'm not going to zoom out to all of Washington, the only other thing that you're going to probably do, unless you're doing an actual road trip, is going to be going to the mountains. So Snoqualmie is pretty close to it. They have the same name, which is kind of funny, but they're not the same actual area. It's probably only 30 minutes from Snoqualmie to Snoqualmie Pass. I haven't actually put these in my phone, so I know this area so well, but about 30 minutes to Snoqualmie Pass. So hopefully that helps you guys get an idea of what is going on as far as, where you're located in Snoqualmie versus the rest of the area that you're probably going to be driving to, assuming you're not doing a real road trip. So now we're going to hop into actual Snoqualmie, go over just a few of the attractions, things to do, schools, some of that stuff in the locations of Snoqualmie. And then again, like I said in the intro, we're going to go through some of the neighborhoods and kind of segment the Snoqualmie into different areas, look at price points, look at houses, so you guys can get an idea of, how far your money goes and all that good stuff. So attractions, number one on the list, you cannot forget this one, Snoqualmie Falls. Some of you, even if you're out of state, you may have heard of Snoqualmie Falls. It is absolutely amazing. We'll throw some footage up of it right here, but Snoqualmie Falls is beautiful. Look at that thing, a raging falls. This is going to be the lodge that they have up there. So great dinners and stuff. There's 2 lookout towers. You can be looking up here, and then it's hard to see it, but there's 2 spots where you can actually have a really great view of the falls. And then behind one of the other looking towers, there's a pathway so you can actually hike down. This is what you can be. So a lot of days in summers, there's people hanging out right here, swimming. Obviously, you try not to get too close. It's pretty dangerous. They might even have it roped off or something, but you can be swimming and kind of hanging on the rocks down here. So Snoqualmie Falls is just an outstanding, seriously mesmerizing spot. It's amazing. Boom. There's a great picture. We'll show you some other of our content and videos and stuff too. So Snoqualmie Falls, biggest attraction. One of the main things that I love about Snoqualmie, and if you haven't watched it already, after this video, watch either the vlog tour or the pros and cons of Snoqualmie. One of my favorite pros of Snoqualmie is the nature, things to do, and really just how absolutely stunning and beautiful it is. I covered this whole east side area, Snoqualmie, North Bend, Falls City, Maple Valley, Issaquah, Sammamish, all that stuff. I think Snoqualmie, and I don't think I say this in any other video, but I'm serious. I think Snoqualmie is probably the best as far as nature goes and views, because Snoqualmie Ridge is up on a huge hill. You have amazing views, basically just like landscape views, mountain ranges. There's Mount Si, there's just the ranges in the background. So you're pretty high up. You got the Snoqualmie Falls specifically, hiking, trails, stuff like that. So Snoqualmie, high on the list for that kind of stuff. Another cool feature is going to be the road or the raceway, Dirtfish. This was in a movie. I can't remember what movie. I should have researched it. People come all over for this one. Here's a picture of some of this stuff here. So this is a pretty sweet roadway. They do races. I've actually never been there, but I've heard it's amazing. Shame on me. But it's kind of a historic, iconic, spot in Snoqualmie. Other than that, I'm going to show you a sweet brewery on the Snoqualmie River. Snoqualmie Brew is amazing. There's Mount Si High School right there. So here we have the Snoqualmie Falls Brewery. This place is awesome. We've done actually a full video on this space specifically. So if you want to see that, check it out. But this whole outdoor patio part is on the river. There's a bunch of grass in between it even. So you can go hang out on picnic tables outside of this, cement area, but it's on the river. So you can hear it in the background. It's so awesome. Great beer. All is going to be crafted and, they brew it there. It's an actual brewery. So if you go behind the scenes, you can see them. I don't know what they do. They cap it, they pour it, all that kind of stuff. Good food, awesome spot. Snoqualmie Falls Brewery, one of my favorites. All right, next up, we're going to do shopping centers, stuff like that. So the Ridge has a pretty good one. So if you're in downtown Snoqualmie, they have like a marketplace. But this is mainly this main drag here. So not tons of I wouldn't say there's a shopping center, but the Ridge does have one. So it's not too far away. Or actually, if you're in downtown Snoqualmie, you might just go to North Bend's. So Safeway is right here. So this is your main shopping center. So you can see all this stuff is kind of commercial here. And then all these are houses. So it's not a ton of stuff as far as shopping. It is the Safeway. If you're going grocery shopping, you're pretty much going to Safeway if you're in Snoqualmie Ridge or even downtown Snoqualmie. But there's other, restaurants and things like that. A good chunk of restaurants here on the Ridge and downtown Snoqualmie. So still lots of things to do as far as that goes. But there's going to be no big, huge, movie theaters or big entertainment areas, but you can get your shopping done. So that's a good location. Down on the main drag, there's also some great restaurants. So like I said, No Boat's one of them, Snoqualmie Falls Brewery, but this is a commercial section right here. They got the train tracks over here. Here's the Riverview Park, which is going to be on the water. This is a great river, by the way. They got the bowling alley for entertainment. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in and show you the railroad tracks a little better. Probably can't see it very well. Well, we'll show you some footage of the railroad tracks too. But this downtown area is so awesome. Okay, next up for attractions is the 2 golf courses. So number 1, we got Snoqualmie Ridge Golf Course. Let's zoom in on that. Here you can see it goes all the way throughout here. So this is a private club. I'm a member there. I love Snoqualmie Ridge. Absolutely beautiful golf course, well manicured. Most private courses are. And then this is on the ridge. So we're on the hill. So many of the holes, about half of them probably, maybe less than half, but the backside 13 after that that, they have amazing views. There's views all throughout as far as just territorial stuff, like even the clubhouse, but the backside has just unreal views. So we absolutely love Snoqualmie Ridge. We'll show you some footage right now. Here we can take a look at a few of the pictures that they have here. Oh yeah, they do weddings there too. Lots of good stuff. Here's a look down 18. That's the 18th hole where they do weddings at. Big, huge houses there. Love it. Just amazing views. Yep, they got the swimming pool there. Bring the kids out. Very family friendly. Here's the clubhouse. So Snoqualmie Ridge is an amazing golf course, but it is private. But not to worry. If you go down to downtown Snoqualmie, we got the Mount Si golf course. Also amazing. I played Mount Si, not hundreds of times, but tens of times, maybe like 30 or 40. Love Mount Si golf course. You can see it's a little bit tighter, not as spread out. There's not houses on this, so it's really cool. But also, it since it's on that river, it drains really well. So I'm a golfer, so I could talk golf all day. But this is actually, as far as public courses go, it is a great course. The greens are usually firm. They have great drainage. So as far as winter goes, because here winter golf is kind of tough. It gets very soppy, wet, and it gets a little bit tough. But Mount Si, because it's on the river, their drainage is outstanding. It stays really firm and dry all year round compared to other courses in the area for some reason. So here's Mount Si golf course, just a great setting as well. You know, so you can see there's Mount Si in the background. Everywhere you're at here, it's just gorgeous. I mean, the views like that's you know, heading up to a green, you got mountains in the background. That's what I mean about Snoqualmie, is that everything's beautiful. You can see unless you're like literally surrounded by the houses and you can't see above them, you're going to see mountain ranges or something beautiful everywhere that you're at. So that's the Mount Si golf course. And we also have the Snoqualmie Casino. This is on the Indian, you know, part of the reservation. Snoqualmie Casino is amazing. People definitely travel here from quite a long way away because there is other casinos, but not very nearby. This is also better than any of the other ones, like Tulalip and all these ones that are kind of far away, about an hour away, because this is much, much newer. This is, you know, built, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago, but it is stunning. Look at that huge wood blocks they have all on the inside too. So, you know, not much to say about here. This is a casino. If you want to go lose some money, head over there. Oh, but they do have the concerts, which is awesome. That's actually one thing that's really cool about Snoqualmie too. Places like Sammamish, you know, North Bend, Maple Valley would be another one. They have like restaurants and shopping and stuff, but not so much on the entertainment side. Snoqualmie, they got the bowling alley. They have this Snoqualmie Casino. So as far as entertainment goes, I mean, you really don't have to leave there unless you're going to a Mariners game or something like that. So live concerts, the casino is amazing, great food. People just go here. I go here just to go to the buffet or go to the sushi place. Me and my wife go there just for that. And gambling, you know, I like to do it sometimes for a small amount, but they're going to take your money. So watch out. All right, last thing on the list here, we're going to look at the high school. So Mount Si High School, absolutely amazing school. We'll show you some other footage here in screen, but here's an overlook of it. So it really is amazing. It's been recently remodeled. So it's a stunning high school, really. Here it is, looking all remodeled, like not a very good photo with the clouds and stuff, but it's a really great school. School districts here are outstanding. Mount Si is seriously an amazing school. Snoqualmie School District in general is very, very highly rated. So it's up there with the Issaquah and the Bellevues and the Lake Washington. It's a little bit below that, but it's right there. I mean, they're all, honestly, I think you really can't go wrong with any of those top 4 school districts. They're all top in the state. Mount Si is it is actually the only high school in Snoqualmie. And so all these, I think there's like, you know, 5 or 6 elementaries, a few middle schools, they all feed right into this one. So it's a massive high school, 4A, as far as the classification here in Washington. They have basically dominant sports teams. So really successful sports, great academics, great ratings, just an amazing school. And the rest of the schools are great too, as far as elementaries and middle schools. So killer school district. And in fact, a lot of people come here just for that reason. I think that does it for attractions. I'm sure there is a lot more, obviously, but we're going to get into the real estate side of things right now. So there's basically 3 sections of how I think of Snoqualmie, and they're really different from each other, which is why I think it's a really great spot and we like it for the real estate. So number 1 is going to be Snoqualmie Ridge. Let me just draw that thing over here. Snoqualmie Ridge is going to be all of these houses all the way to the freeway until it gets to 202, where it is going to link up to downtown. So this is the Ridge right here. Now the Ridge, it's a newly built than Snoqualmie downtown. So these ones, they started developing this. This was like nothing. Essentially, it was trees. It was a mountain. Not that long ago, maybe 25 years ago. So early 2000s is when these things started getting developed, and they're still building now. I think they basically finished out. They might find some land somewhere, but you know, most of them are built out 10 to 20 years old, give or take, but they're still newer construction. So it's a really a great area. The thing that I think the best part about the Ridge is that it's all the parks, the massive sidewalks, the views, the golf course. It's got a really good family, vibe. So I think the family view or the family vibe community there is really the best part about the Ridge. And then also you're getting a little bit of a newer house, which is going to be more modern typically. Let me just hop into the MLS actually for you guys. So here we go. Let's get into the prices here. So the average is going to be probably around $1 million now. Yeah. So it's gone down significantly, as you can see here. So I know this video might live on forever, but right now it is late August right now of 2022. We had a crazy spring. Prices were, like you see here, the prices were up to 1.3 million earlier this year. Now they're down to $1 million on average. The Ridge is one of these places, or Snoqualmie is one of these places that got, massive appreciation when COVID happened and continued to do that. And then it just absolutely dropped. So it's been crazy, but you can see here, it's about $1 million right now. So you can see here, it's about $1 million at the average price point. This is going to be condos and all of that stuff. So a single family is going to be a little bit more. So Snoqualmie Ridge, they say the average in Snoqualmie, like I just showed, is about $1 million. I'd say the average in Snoqualmie Ridge is closer to the mid millions. This is going to be the higher price point of the most of the Snoqualmie areas, unless you're looking at acreage. So I'd say an average house, like let's just say you're looking at, 3,000 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath, more modern home, 10 years old, probably close to the mid. Okay. So we're going to hop into one of my favorite neighborhoods. The first one on the left here, they got a great park. Here we go, right here. Look at that. So this park is amazing. Again, one of my favorite things about the Ridge is all these amazing parks. So it's got the actual playground right there, tennis courts, soccer. They play baseball there too and everything. This neighborhood I absolutely love. It's also one of the newer ones as far as the construction years. So let's just check out a few: 1.4, 1.39, 1.8, 1.4, 1.7, 1.4. Let's just check that one out. 1.4. So again, look at this. So 3,200 square feet, 5 bedrooms. That's good. So these were built in 2013. So you can see pretty new. So this neighborhood is on the newer side. I love these. I love this neighborhood. We'll show you, we'll do a drive-by. So there you go. We're just trying to get you a sense. We're not going to look at too many specifically, but so that's kind of that's a little above the median, but for the Ridge, it's pretty average there. That's like a 3,000. But if you wanted to get over on this neighborhood, there's a little bit smaller ones. So here we go, 920. So this one's only 1,600 square feet. That's going to be on the very small side for an actual single family. This one actually is a standalone single family house. They have a lot of condos and townhomes here too, but pretty nice. So you can see there's a good variety of what you're getting, as low as this this is like your starter house. There doesn't get much lower than this, 900,000, I don't think, maybe 850 for this type of house. But then you're looking at the $1 million range, 1.1 for like your 2,000, 2,400, 4-bedroom type house. That's like your average, I would say. And then the first one we looked at, 3,200 square feet, a little bit bigger, newer, closer to the mid. That was listed at 1.4, I believe, or 399. So that's the Ridge. That's just a couple neighborhoods. It goes all the way throughout here. It goes through all these twists and turns. And then obviously, there's some serious luxury ones too that are on the golf course. Here's 3.3 million, 5,000 square feet. This is on the 18th hole. So this is the real deal. I love these golf houses. It's basically my goal is to get one of these at some point because I play golf at the Ridge already. All right. So I don't want to take too long in this video. We could go through 1,000 houses. We don't want to though. So that's the Ridge, right? A little bit newer. We'll actually show you right now while I'm talking a drive up of Snoqualmie Ridge, the parkway, you go up a hill, down a hill, but it's amazing because there's sidewalks on each side and grass in between them. It's like 30 feet on each side. So you can walk anywhere on the Ridge. No matter what neighborhood you're in, you're going to be in walking distance of one of these parks. So the first one I showed you was right here. Remember, if we go up here, here's another huge one. This is the biggest one next to the shopping area. This is where all the food is and stuff. This park is amazing. So it's got the skate park right here. You can't really tell that this area is the skate park, the little cement, obviously tennis, lots of fields, soccer, all that stuff. So there's a park I think there's 5 parks total. So I don't need to show you each one, but basically wherever you're at, there's going to be a park pretty close to you. There's another one there, tennis courts, baseball fields, tennis courts over here. So they're all over each subdivision. Okay, that's enough for the Ridge. Love the Ridge. Average price point, 1.2, 1.3 for, your standard house, just below $1 million for a small starter house, just below $1 million for a small starter house. And then they have condos and townhomes that are going to be in the 500,000 to 600,000 range, 700 for some townhomes. And then obviously they have luxury too. The mansions, 6,000, 7,000 square feet on the 18th hole, obviously multiple million. That is the Ridge. Next, we're going to do downtown Snoqualmie. And the third is going to be the outskirts. So those are the 3 sections of the Ridge. I'm not doing specific neighborhoods and subdivisions like I do on some other videos because I just want to get you an idea of these main sections: the Ridge, downtown, outskirts. Okay, so head into Snoqualmie downtown. Obviously, a little bit less for sale. Snoqualmie downtown, it's a tiny little small town. There's this main road. That's where like the commercial stuff is, the market and like the brewery, like I said. And I mean, that's it. There, there's not a whole lot, but it's so cool. It's historic. It's got a really good downtown vibe with that main drag, the trains, all that stuff. So we'll show you some footage right now of that, but it is really an amazing spot. Prices are going to be a lot better. So let's just check out a few. We'll see if I can be right before I do this. I think that a lot of these houses are on stilts, by the way. So there's a big flood at one point. That's one of the negatives. If you look at my pros and cons video, you'll see the negative is the weather and that it's on the river. So the flood zone's pretty big. Anyway, a lot of houses are on stilts. So a lot of these houses downtown are going to be pretty small, 12 to 1,500 square feet type houses. They don't usually have a full 2 stories, or they have like a little half story where the attic is like finished, but it has the walls coming in type thing. There's also, big houses and nice houses. And there's also really, really, really old ones. So it's kind of a mixed bag. And then there's also, some people are flipping houses in here. So you might get a small one that's really, really modern and nice though. Let's just take a look. So here's 860. This is 2,000 square feet. Hasn't sold for 50 days. So obviously it's not, but again, for downtown, you're getting there because it's got a different vibe, honestly, totally different vibe from the Ridge, mostly because of the price points and just because this is like what they consider Old Town. So it's just a little bit different vibe, but it's a really, really cool culture vibe, I think. Here's one just for 600,000. This has only been on the market for 2 days. Really cool. Maybe needs a little bit of updates, but I mean, 600,000, that's fantastic. So you can see the prices are a little bit different. So yeah, you see it's on stilts. So it has a garage downstairs technically, but the whole house's living area is up here. That's pretty common for down here. A lot of the houses were required to get on stilts after that main flood. And I think a lot of them got insurance to pay for it as well. 1,400 square feet. This is at 765. This is a great little average. I think like in your 700 range, you're going to be getting this size 1,500, 4-bed house that looks really just like this. I mean, this is like your average Snoqualmie, cute. It's an old house, but mostly been updated at this point. Probably got new electrical and plumbing throughout the decades as well. Such a cool spot. And you're in walking distance from all the really cool activities in downtown Snoqualmie. So love that. So yeah, that's your downtown Snoqualmie. There's not a lot of other ones to show you. So that's downtown. And the last section of Snoqualmie is going to be what I call the outskirts. So Snoqualmie does go a little bit farther south, but not too much. There's some over here before the Ridge. I don't know if there's any active like this minute that I can show you. Probably not. The houses here. So down here, there is some more acreage. These are obviously you can see by just the lines, like if I can zoom in farther, these lots are a lot bigger than these lots. It's not like massive, not like acreage, but definitely bigger. Over here, we have actual acreage. I mean, these squares are probably, a few acres, but the main outskirts I'm talking about are up. So as you go up north, this is the outskirts. This is where the acreage is at. And you're getting, I mean, there's houses that don't have acreage too, that are just like maybe a half acre, but a lot of them are 1 to 10 acres, some kind of like farm type lands too. So that's why Snoqualmie is cool, is because you can get really anything. The Ridge is like your modern family, sidewalks, parks, that kind of thing. Snoqualmie downtown, a little bit smaller houses typically, but really cool culture, history, vibe. And then you got up a little bit, which is going to have your acreage. This is what I think of when I think of up here. We got 2,700 square feet, but it's 5 acres. Okay, so 5 acres, 1.4. Yeah, this is classic, like up there. So you got 5 acres, probably at least half of it is nice and open and usable, like they have here. Some of it might be woods, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a lot of woods too. So I mean, this is like secluded stuff. They have, the main road, which is just a little tiny road there, and then all these houses with huge lots that are all just scattered throughout this whole area and neighborhood. I mean, I love this stuff. So if you're someone who likes this is one of your options. So this is, like I said, the outskirts. That's a good example. But then there's obviously cheaper ones. So that was 2,705 acres. Here's one at 850. This is probably a little bit smaller, I assume. 1,800 square feet though, 4 beds still. And the acreage was still 3 acres. Wow. So big difference in price, but you can see the difference in the house. It's certainly not as good as the last one, but still 3 acres, probably feels pretty secluded, all that stuff. Well, it's 4,400 square feet, 5 acres as well. These things are all like 2 to 5 acres, I swear. There's probably some that are 10. I mean, this is an estate right here. So this is what you get when you're out there. Oh, that's awesome. Front porch. Look at that thing. And this one's active too. If you're watching this video in the next like 30 days, it's still there. I don't want to dive too much into each house or anything, but just to give you an idea of what the locations are. So again, there's the Ridge, there's downtown, and then there's the outskirts. They have different prices, different types of houses. One of my favorite parts of Snoqualmie, other than the nature and the falls and all that awesome stuff, is the variety of real estate. There's not a lot of places that have this kind of variety. Like I said, the Ridge and downtown are very, very different locations, even though they're they're the same. They're very, very close to each other. And then the outskirts, like I said, you can pretty much get anything you're looking for, unless you're looking for like downtown Seattle. Obviously, that's not this, but it's a great area. So hopefully this video was helpful. Again, there's other videos up for the vlog tour or the pros and cons for Snoqualmie. So check those out if you're interested, or if you're still identifying which area is best for you. That's what we're here for. There's more information in the links down below to get a hold of us. But Snoqualmie, North Bend, Falls City, Issaquah, Sammamish, Maple Valley, Bellevue, Redmond, all that whole east side market, that's what we do. Born and raised here, so we'd love to help you navigate it. The videos are meant to give you an idea of what each area is like, but you can't really figure it out until you talk to us and we learn your situation and start showing you some areas. So we'd love to hop on a call with you. So thanks for watching, guys. Check out the other playlists if you're interested in anything else, and we will see you next time.